Hi, good morning or good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for watching the video presentation on our Q1 presentation. Like to start, obviously, by reviewing the numbers. This is how we're going to do it. We're going to first review the numbers, then we're going to go and have some highlights of the different businesses. Actually, on the request of some of you, they asked me to have a recap at the start and a recap at the end. So let me maybe start by presenting, and you should be seeing a slide that gives us the highlights of what we're going to be discussing in where we are. On the balance sheet, I think I have 4 items. One is the balance sheet. The second one is discussing the base business. We're going to be discussing China, and then we have new developments in the future. Balance sheet, bank line is gone, so we have no more debt. We have enough assets coming our way, cash, to cover whatever we need to pay to Excelsior. I'm very, very confident that this quarter I can finally resolve this to a very good end. I believe we're going to see a combination of paying back some of the debt and establishing a new relationship and a new opportunity. And on a balance sheet item, obviously, a highlight is our investment in the Condor continues to rise and is creating a lot of excitement. That's on the balance sheet. I think our balance sheet looks better than it has looked in many years. We move to second one, base business. Our current veneer and implant business is doing better than break even or better, and there's no reason why this would stop. SmileMe, major development, and I'm going to be talking a lot about our move into digital dentistry, transforming what we have done and what we have learned over the past years and transforming this into the internet era. We're going to be going very digital with our program, but our SmileMe is started to ship. Our SmileMe program, going to be expanding on it quite a bit, and it shows some revenues, but it's going to show some more revenue this quarter, and it should start becoming a significant contributor in our growth in the next quarter, the quarter ending in December. We've already lined up a number of distributors, coming back to that in my presentation. China requires a different segment. China investment continues to grow. We still plan for Hong Kong IPO exit in 2015, 2016. If we look at the deal we've done at the beginning of the year, and if we looked at that valuation, the valuation was of our remaining stake of 21% is roughly about $8 million, exceeding our current market valuation. In China, I'd like to remind you very much that one of our key partners to fuel this expansion is IDG which is everywhere in the world, but also definitely in China, one of the major players. We're going to go and start exploring. We have started exploring to a great initial success, whether we can start working the implant business in China in our clinics, and I'll be talking quite a bit about this. And the fourth number of our recap is our new developments. Our lines in Condor will obviously contribute to selling our digital and dental digital solutions and accelerate our veneer customer base. Our new D&D, design and database software, will truly transform the company from a very heavily in logistics making veneers to a company that's going to use all of its past experiences to design veneers with a new software and an unrivaled, unparalleled database in the cosmetic industry. So these are the recaps. Better balance sheet than ever before, a stable base business, growing business in China, and a lot of future investment going digital with focusing a lot on scanner technologies, but not only on that, basically focusing on what the scanner is going to create as an image, and what we can do to help the dentist Okay, profit and loss numbers. Q1 2014 compared to 2013, 928,000 versus 699. 598,000 gross profit versus 436. Operating expenses 604 versus 516. We had a loss of operations in 2014 of 5,000 versus 80,000 last year. This includes all the accrued interest expenses for Excelsior this year and the last year as well, obviously, and the Bankland, which will no longer be the case next year. Other income is 77,000 versus 133. The biggest difference there is the fact that we've opened up and continue to expense in China the opening of our stores, which are not being put on the balance sheet, but not being deferred, but are completely and directly expensed out, which gives us a net income before minority of 72,000 versus 52,000 last year. The net income is pretty much the same, $5,000 better, as we had a minority with our veneer business. A slightly improved income per share. So I think this concludes our numbers part. As you can see, we're back to normal after last quarter. So I think this bodes well for the future. Let's have a look at the business in itself. We'll discuss it. We'll get back to the numbers later. Okay, in the strategy, I'd like to talk a little bit about the veneer business. In view of the launch of the Condor, the intraoral scanner, we at Remedent is gonna take this opportunity, as this is truly a complete shift, a paradigm shift when a majority of dentists over the next 5 to 10 years will start going digital in impression techniques. I think it's going to change the dental industry enormously. It's going to change the logistics of the industry. It's going to change the way the dentists work, but it also will change the way design is made. It will change the way the interaction between the dentist and the lab is going to happen, and it's going to allow companies like Remedent to take their deep knowledge of aesthetic or cosmetic dentistry and to leverage this into developing new tools that will take advantage of this unique image. And these tools will allow dentists to do more, to do it faster, to do it less expensive. And I believe we're uniquely positioned to create some tools because we have a knowledge that very few others have. We have a database that nobody has in the field of veneer database. We're going to make this into unique products, unprecedented tools. This is not just a dream. This is something we've been working on in the past year, or maybe years. Actually, it's started when we started. Today we're very close to start offering this in the marketplace. When I talk about the Condor, the only thing I don't want you to think is that the Condor is the solution to all. The Condor is a scanner, is an intraoral scanner who's going to be competing in this marketplace. There are other scanners, and there will be coming other scanners. And regardless of this, all of these scanners have an output. And in most cases, this will be a standard output. And the standard output is, in our business, is called an STL file. And that's exactly where we want to start. We want to start with this STL file and make tools to cosmetic dentistry. So we're not going to be limited to the Condor. This could work with any intraoral scanner, or for that matter, with any 3D file, whether it comes out of a digital scanner or whether it comes out traditionally from a desktop scanner from a lab. So I'd like to take this time and opportunity to illustrate and to explain what these softwares will drive and how we're going to be driving revenues from it. So, but let's first talk a little bit about this complete notion of which business we're really in. Yes, we're in the dentistry business, but I believe in dentistry we see more and more a big shift between dentistry that you need, that you and I need. We need cleanings, we need hygiene, we need sometimes we need treatment, we need root canals, we need crown, we need bridges, we need dentistry to function. All dentists throughout the world, all 1.8 million, all dentists like this have been trained to do this kind of dentistry, need dentistry, to do care dentistry. Very few, and most of them had to do this on a private initiative, going to private lectures, going to private schools, to private education, have understood another thing, the same thing we've understood, that there's not a large market out there that wants dentistry. They don't need dentistry. They want dentistry. Why do they want dentistry? Because they want a more beautiful smile. Those two businesses could not be more different one from the other. However, very few have embraced this. Although it's the more lucrative one of the two, it has not been taught. Our universities throughout the world, yes, they will tell you we teach them aesthetic dentistry. It's a big difference. Because aesthetic differences, I can understand if tomorrow you have an accident and you lose your front teeth, okay, your dentist is going to try to give you an aesthetic solution. So they think I'm an aesthetic dentist. And yes, they know how, when you need dentistry, to give you something that looks good. But it's not cosmetic dentistry. Cosmetic dentistry is when you don't need dentistry. No front teeth that is broken. You just want to look better. You want to look more beautiful. You want to have a much more beautiful smile. That is what we consider want dentistry. And that is without any doubt the most lucrative part of it. And it's not been taught, and very, very few companies focus on this. We're one of the very few companies that focus solely on this in our own revenues, in our own studios, in our own franchises. In everything we do, we go after that market. We're not going after restorative dentistry. Our focus for 90% of the business is really the cosmetic dentistry. And it's the bigger chunk of it all. And more dentists starting to realize that that's where the real money is. But it requires a different approach. It requires a different setting. It requires a different treatment. We're no longer dealing with patients. These people are not sick. They don't come in for hygiene visits. They come in because they come at you to be more beautiful, to have a more pleasing, beautiful smile. And that is, ladies and gentlemen, that's truly our business. So, all of this experience, I really think that we have, we're one of them. We're definitely not the only one, but I think we're the only player that have taken this across the borders. Is we've created this experience to where we know how to sell cosmetic dentistry. We use smile consultants, we use different language, we use different visualization tools, and all of this we've done in our studios in China and in Europe and in our franchises. And I believe we've come to a real program that is state of the art. And what we've done now, we've taken this program and made it into one piece of software, which we've called SmileMe. And the SmileMe is going to become, as I said in the recap before, it has every feeling that this is going to become a major contributor in our business, because it's the base of our business, it's the heart of our business. It will drive the future growth. It helps the dentist sell cosmetic dentistry. It helps the dentist sell products that we sell. And what we've done, we've taken all of the experience of all those years and we've put it in this program. And it has three huge different compartments. The first one is the smile analysis, which we call awareness. This tool comes with 14 easy questions, which with a touch screen, the smile consultant will talk to the patient and ask them these very easy visual questions. For example, is your midline straight? Define the color of your teeth. The reason is that we want to make sure that the customer, or the patient if you want, but let's call them customers, for the first time really start analyzing their own smile. They may have looked in the mirror, they may have had a general idea, but they may not go into specifics. We want them to really think about their smile. And believe me, once you do that, you start to see which areas you like and which areas you don't like. So this is called the awareness part. In the second part of the Smile Me, we have the fastest simulation tool, the visualization tool. What we want to do is, we don't want you to come back 2 days later, or we don't want the dentist to spend an hour trying to design the smile. We want to convince you in 30 seconds, or less, and I'll show you on the screen how you could look differently. And if you like to look different, and if you like what you see on the screen, then, and only then, the dentist can talk about how do we get there? What can we do? What can we expect? How much is it going to cost? How are we going to do this? But first of all, we need to make you dream. I've had number one, it's awareness. I have number two, I'm going to show you how beautiful you could be. This is, the second part is the possibilities. And then we're going to go, and you'll see, I mean, it's the fastest one. We can change color, we can change smiles. We have this huge database of different smiles, so we can really find something that the dentist is also capable of achieving. Okay. And in the third part, we're going to go about solutions. Because now the dentist, as I can see in our offices, re-explains every day the same story. And it is so obvious to the dentist when they talk about aligners, Invisalign, or if they talk about the veneers, or if they talk about implants or crowns and bridges. For them, it's very easy. They understand this. This is what they do every day. So, but for the patient, they don't necessarily know what an implant is. They don't know how the veneer works. They don't know how invisible braces work. So we've created animations, very easy 10, 15-second animations that can allow the dentist to quickly show what he means. We call this part the solution part. In the same solution part, he can show before and afters that we provide him, or before and afters that he can put in at his own will in his database. This is the part that we call the solution. So APS, awareness, possibility, solution. So we help people. How do we make money? And how do we make money? How do we market it? We market it in three ways. The Smile Me will reside on every counter that is shipped. It will be free to use for the clinician for a limited time. After which, with a simple click, don't need to explain you the idea. All of us have downloaded software which we can use for free. If we like it, we buy it. If we don't like it, we skip it. But with a simple click on purchase, they can continue the use of this this revenue generator. That's really how I should call it. Second part is that Smile Me has a regular distribution program with distributors worldwide. We've started to sign different distributors. I'll give you a little list later on, the people that have signed up. And these people are mostly already in the dental business. Actually, all of them are already in the dental business. And there may be labs, there may be people that are distributors of other dental equipment. There may be people that see a benefit in promoting Smile Me, because Smile Me is going to be promoting products they sell, whether it's implants or crowns or bridges or injectables, whatever they do. So these are the kind of distributors that sign up. People that sign up with Condor, they also like the Smile Me. People that are in marketing services for dentists, they love the Smile Me. So we're going to see a host of people that will be signing up as a distributor. And third of all, we felt that Smile Me is a product that if you see it working, you buy it. So we started talking to speakers, renowned speakers worldwide, who talk about dentistry, whether they talk about a product, or about marketing a product, or about a technique, whatever they do. There's literally every day thousands of conferences going on worldwide. People need to be educated, peer reviews, you call it. So we've proposed to these speakers to engage Smile Me, because Smile Me is really a platform for them where they can illustrate their products or services perfectly. And we tell them, you know what, use Smile Me in your presentation on how about just products or services. And we have offered them that they can give them a coupon. So the people in the audience, the people that come to the lecture, whether it's 10 people in a lecture or 100 or 500, they will get a free coupon. And with this free coupon, they can download the software, use it for a limited of time, and if they convert into a purchase, obviously we can commission back the conferencier, the speaker on this. This has been accepted in a phenomenal manner. Give you a financial model, retail for SmileMe software, excluding the hardware they already possess or they can buy from us or from any vendor really. It's standard hardware. It's retailed at about €2,000, and we discount 25% commission to Condor if somebody that has purchased a Condor and redeems the coupon for the SmileMe. Same thing happens with the speakers, and they love it. They get 25% commission if on the free coupons they gave for download, if some of their people convert to it. And we get a 50% commission in case of distributor that basically have to go out and demo the product and pay a sales commission to their salespeople. So that's the financial model. Cost of goods, obviously, it's our development cost. It's our program. We don't buy it. We don't buy components. We don't have to pay a royalty or license to somebody else, complete our own product. So we develop it, and development has been expensed out over the time. So our margins obviously are close to being 100%. Our second product in our family is a product that's to be launched towards the end of this year. I'd say at the end of the December quarter or the early quarter and beginning of the year. We should be finished by November, so I'm giving myself about a month's time. It's a big one. It's a veneer design and database. We call it D&D, design and database. It's cloud-based, and it will become the heart of our veneer business. How it works? We start by receiving a scan, whether that scan or scans could be a Condor scan, or it could be any other intraoral scanner, or it could be a desktop scanner from a lab. And this scan is imported into the software. The software will then automatically outline the existing teeth and go and look for the ideal veneers. We are in a unique position as we have kept all of our designs over the years, and we have a database of 20,000 unique veneers, which basically guarantees almost a perfect fit every time. When I say perfect fit, I know the purist, the dentist, they say, well, yes, but I still need to do some customization. That is completely logical, their question. I can debate on it, but I'll follow it. And obviously they will have tools, stretch tools, add tools, very easy tools that require no training whatsoever to adjust the veneer to their perfect veneer. It will serve two purposes for us. It will serve the River 8 purpose. As you know, just a reminder, River 8 is a collection of 260 approximately veneers, ready-made, residing at the dentist office. And now with the scan, the software will help and assist the dentist to find the best fitting veneer from that inventory. In addition to the fact that he will be able to present it to his patient a finished result. Obviously, the dentist has parameters. He can fill a database whether he wants more rounded or more rectangle teeth to present, and from that, given the software will look for the best match. It gets even more special once we include our entire database. Forget 260 veneers, we're talking 20,000 veneers, to where from the cloud they will get different proposals of the veneer case, literally within seconds. If no changes are needed, they can just press a button and it will go to the preferred lab. They will have a choice of labs where they can send it to. Obviously, also to our labs. We have a lab in a milling center here in Belgium. We have a milling center in China. How do we get revenues from it? Very easy. We are going to charge, we're not going to charge for the software per se. We're going to charge a per usage fee. Who's going to be our customers? It's going to be basically any dentist. It could be any lab that wants to use the software. There's nothing comparable yet to this program. This is going to be a pretty unique program, and we will charge a royalty. In the case of a dentist, it's going to per usage royalty. In the case of a lab, it's going to be a subscription model. I don't have the prices yet, don't want to disclose them either, as we're not ready yet, and I don't want to give too much information to the competition. very, very exciting. I think it's going to become a, um, a major contributor to our business, and more importantly, I think it's going to protect ourselves. To where in our base business, in the logistic business of making veneers, more and more competitors have started to understanding how to make veneers. More and more milling machines are being installed capable of doing ultra thin veneers. More and more companies that make the ceramics give lectures in labs and show them how to make veneers. So there's a price war going on for the labs on the prices of veneers. And in this case, I think the design is where we excel, and it goes hand in hand, obviously, with our strategy in digital solutions with Condor and SmileMe. How do we profit it, or how do we market it? Very simple. Pretty much the same way like we do SmileMe. We have regular distributors, people that could be responsible in the country to visit both dentists, cosmetic dentists, and people that could use this in their respective territories. Labs, mostly labs, can be a major advantage of this. We will allow the labs to disperse the software to their customers so they can get the benefit from the production from it. So I believe that is a pretty exciting one. We are also going to have this residing on the Condor in the same way as we've done with SmileMe, with the commission going back to Condor if the software is implemented. We're going to have it also residing on the SmileMe, because I believe SmileMe is going to cater to the 2D, and this D&D, design and diagnostic, design and database is going to become more of a 3D experience in the SmileMe. So I think the two of them will go perfectly hand in hand, and we can have cross marketing platforms, obviously, in there. And most of all, this will contribute for us of going from this logistic to this more digital way of going about our business. We have a number of other STL developments, and the STL developments will focus a lot on diagnostics, will focus a lot on cosmetic dentistry solutions. Not at liberty really disclose exactly what we're going to be doing. So once again, these are products that's going to become available in the next couple of quarters. So I don't want to give too much information yet on this. There's not going to be any revenue in the next month or 2 or 3 from it. So nothing to say about it. But we have the developments. It's going on. We spend our dollars in this developing, and I think it's going to position us fantastically to take advantage in this paradigm of changing towards those dentists starting to go digital, and impression techniques is going to require different approaches, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing. Okay, our next point is China. China business. In the last presentations, I focused a lot on China, so I'm going to restrict it today a little bit. It continues to go in a very, very positive direction. As I highlighted in the recap, don't forget that when we sold part of our investment, we valued our remaining stake already at 8 million. So I believe that given the fact that this company continues to grow, that we should increase this value every day. As a reminder, we get 6 stores open: Beijing, Hong Kong, Shanghai, Guangzhou, and Wuhan, with 2 more on the docket before the end of this year. Wuhan, our newest one, let's talk a little bit about this one, is still in an introductory phase. No direct advertising. We have started direct advertising in the one in Guangzhou with fantastic results. And we believe that both Wuhan and Guangzhou, within 12 months, should start performing like our other studios in China. More specifically, the one in Beijing, Shanghai, and Hong Kong are really doing fantastic. And as we can add the other studios to be at the same level, this should bear very well for our performance in China. We obviously have today a situation in China to where David, our partner, along with IDG, were very successful in establishing a real brand. Glamsman today is in the large cities synonymous with the top-end of the dental market, the top luxury market, and we've won major awards of top luxury provider, etc., etc. So we've taken a little test market in Beijing, not a little market, but a little test for us, and we've started to start doing implants. We've trained dentists with the help of our European dentist in China to start performing implants work. So far, the work we've done in our studios is purely cosmetic. We had no trained doctors to prepare the dentist for cosmetic dentistry when and if they needed other urgent work. We had to send them somewhere else. So in Beijing, our largest studio, we have started to accept those patients and start offering, among other things, implants work. We are very, very, very happily surprised with the results that we're getting. Getting our feet wet, and I need to give time to our Chinese counterparts and our Chinese dentists to acquaint themselves with this industry. But I believe China is going to become the implant market in the years to come. It's still a small market compared to our Western markets, very small actually, if you look at the size of the country. And if you look at the dentistry needs, there's no doubt in my mind that implants is going to become the major dental industry in the coming years. I can see a lot of the large implant companies positioning themselves strongly to be the provider of the implants to the dentists, starting to do acquisitions in China. And I believe that the implant market, not unlike the veneer market, is going to require a dedicated office, a dedicated practice where people have the highest cares, where the equipment is state of the art, and where the dentists are trained to do the best and give the kind of service that people have started to expect from a Glam Smile operation in China. So we started. We're very excited. We believe that if successful, and so far so good, this could become a major driver to go much faster. In reality, we have the money, we have the talent, we have the labs, we have everything in place to go faster. And we're not going to go faster because building veneer awareness, building cosmetic awareness is something that takes time. And it's really limited to those big cities that have this cultural, that have this luxury feeling about it. When we go to implants, it's a different story. There's rich people all over China, and where they may not be aware that they can improve their smile, they are very much aware if they're missing teeth or if they need health services. And they're going to look for the best. They're going to look for the best clinic. They're going to look for the most reputatious clinic to have this done at. So this could become so far it's very limited. I'm not going to make something bigger out of it than that what it is today, but it truly has the potential to expand on this on quite a big level. So this basically sums up our business. We're happy that the balance sheet is. Let me go back to the recap, maybe, as I promised. Our balance sheet never looked better. Bank is gone. I believe I'll deal with Excelsior, and in worst case scenario, we're going to survive the Excelsior scenario easily. Condor, our association with Condor, should be a major drive for our expansion, and our investment in there is doing very well. Our base business, the current veneer and implant market is going to stay on target with break even or better. SmileMe could drive us into profit. SmileMe, with its margins and its overall global attractiveness, could really become a very nice driver in the next year for us. China, investment continues to grow. IDG, major partner. We could be in the implant business in China in a nice way. Our new developments, I believe, our D&D, our new design and database software is going to help our veneer business in a major way, could become a major driver. The Condor, we haven't discussed yet, I can tell you, is that the Condor launch have been delayed a number of times. I see absolutely no major obstacles that cannot be overcome, but it still remains a measurement device, and a measurement device is not of how blue is it, but it needs to be accurate, and they have started all the clinical evaluations, and I believe we may be 60 days away from a final launch. They have signed up pretty much distributors across the globe, which will be phenomenal for SmileMe and the D&D software. So Remedent can benefit in a big way from this alliance, of which we are obviously a shareholder and a very close strategic partner, both on a private as well as a company level. I think this sums up basically. Sorry I didn't have more news to report, but our previous conference call was only literally a couple of weeks ago. Looking forward to the balance of this year. Major things going to happen in the balance of this year for us, and it's exciting times. It truly is exciting times. I think more than anybody, I realize through what small hole we've gone through, but we did. We managed to go through it, and it really looks bright. I'd like to thank you very much for those who still have vacation or are still enjoying the summer. I wish you a fantastic continuing of the summer. Look forward to talk to you again in our next update, and if something happens in the meanwhile, I'll obviously come back and talk to you before that. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your day, evening, or morning, whatever the case may be. Thanks.